Welcome to the Daily Warrior with your hosts, Brady and Connor.
All right. So we are seniors here at the Rock Academy. Mr. ASB president over here, Brady Schey.
And then we got hype man himself, Mr. Connor.
Yes, sir. All right. So Brady, over Friday last week, what was going on?
We had our little camp, I guess is what you could call it. Our second camp on campus day.
And what stood out to me the most was the baptisms that happened at the end. Those are pretty cool. We had like, what, 4 people?
5 people, I think.
4 or 5, yeah. All girls, no guys.
So let's just talk about what really is a baptism. A baptism is, you're basically publicly saying that you're going to follow Jesus.
And you want people to be there to support you and hold you accountable.
So basically, it's a community effort to help them stay accountable to what they said they were going to do, which your baptism is your recognition that Jesus Christ is your Savior and you're going to follow Him from that day forward, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we got to do as a community.
Yep. And then before then, we had our little breakout rooms, and the seniors were kind of just giving all the youngins some advice and all that kind of stuff and pouring into them because, you know, we got, what, 5 months, 6 months, and we're done.
Time. Yeah.
We're out of here.
We're going to be gone.
That 4 years was up quick.
Definitely trying to leave their imprint on the school for sure. Trying to mold the future of this academy.
Yeah, because everyone else, they're the future of the Rock.
They are.
The school keeps growing and growing and growing, and it's going to be...
It's going to be crazy in 10 years from now.
10 years, we're going to be a powerhouse school.
For sure.
We're going to be a big name school.
That's for sure.
Yeah, and then about the seniors, we got
college apps. 10 of us.
All 10 of us. We got some college apps going in. Have you been accepted to any schools, Brady?
Quite a few.
All right. Which schools?
Just a few.
Which ones?
Marquette and Baylor.
Yeah, just Marquette and Baylor, you know. Just those schools.
Yeah.
Not like some big powerhouse schools.
Nothing.
Nice.
Nothing major.
Are they where you're going to go?
No clue yet.
No?
No, not at all. Do you know, Connor?
Marquette and Baylor, that's like across the country, dude. Like what is it? Wisconsin or
Texas.
And Texas? Jeez.
Yeah.
You ever been in Texas?
No. I don't need to. If you go to Arizona, I bet it's the same thing.
Kinda. Just bigger.
Yeah.
More free.
Just bigger.
Everything's bigger in Texas.
Always.
It's true.
Texas Roadhouse.
Yep.
That place is good. One reason why I want to go to Texas, they got to have a lot of Texas Roadhouse, I believe.
I've put in applications to like 20 schools.
20?
Haven't heard back from any. I haven't heard back. Yeah.
What's your top choice?
Top choice definitely going to be Clemson. And then Penn State's up there at 2 and University of Georgia 3. So I've got all of my schools pretty much on the East Coast, ranging down to Florida to the U, Miami U, and then all the way up to Penn State, and then I got Michigan State. Pretty much top to bottom, East Coast.
Quite a few Big Ten schools in there.
Yep.
Trying to say that the Big Ten's the best.
Big Ten, ACC, SEC.
Big Ten's better than all of those.
Debatable.
We all know that.
Debatable.
No, we know that.
No.
Yes.
Well, if we were to look right now at
the Ohio State University
for the college football.
If we're to look at the standings, we would realize that Notre Dame is going to be the best school out there after this week.
Notre Dame versus Clemson. One versus 4 matchup. This could be something that changes the course for the college football playoffs.
I'm telling you right now, Notre Dame's going to win.
Well, actually, Trevor Lawrence has been cleared to play. He's done with his COVID. He's done with it. He's ready to play.
He's still going to lose.
He's the first overall
Notre
pick.
Dame defense
He's the first
good.
projected first overall pick, projected to win the Heisman. You also got to put Justin Fields in there from Ohio State. And Rattler, also, Oklahoma.
He's not even going to get declared for the draft.
He's not.
He's not.
He's going to opt out of the draft. No one wants to go to the Jets.
Nobody.
Sorry, you guys Jet fans. I mean, you know what you guys got yourself into. Not good. Not good.
Sucks. Well, I mean, it must suck to be a 49ers fan, too.
Hey, Brady, we've talked about this many times. How many Super Bowls have you guys won?
How well are you doing this year?
Why does this get brought up every single class?
How are you
that
guys
the Niners
doing
have won one more Super Bowl. There's someone at the door that's been there for like 5 minutes, just so you know. The Niners have won one more Super Bowl than the Packers have. Who won the NFC Championship game last year?
You did.
The Niners.
But
And were you there?
Super Bowl?
Were you there?
Yeah.
I was there too.
Yeah.
and we just smacked you guys 0 points in the first half.
That's okay.
Remember that? Yep.
That's okay.
Best defense last year. Worst defense this year.
Yeah, you guys suck.
Just had to say bye to Kwan Alexander, sent him to the Saints because the Niners are selling. And it doesn't really make sense how after a year you went to the Super Bowl, now you're like, all right, we're done. We're gonna go back to rebuild mode.
I mean, the NFL is definitely weird this year though, with all the COVID protocols. And
they just did a new rule that they're expanding the benches to make them like the length of the field, and they're cracking down on the mask and everything because there has been heavy fines sent out to some teams
and coaches.
$250,000 per team, and then $100,000 per coach.
That's crazy.
And there's been sent out probably to at least half the teams in the NFL.
Jeez.
NFL is looking to expand the playoff format to 16 teams this season, as the MLB kind of did because of COVID impacting games and stuff.
COVID really is impacting everything, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
Athletes weren't like, and also besides COVID, the athletes in the NFL, they didn't want to have any more preseason games, and that's taking a toll on them because those 3-4 weeks get them more live hits and more ready to play.
But I think in a way it would be better for them because they don't get those hits and they can come into the season rested.
But then you see the other side of that, they don't get any of the hits, and there's been ACL numbers. ACL numbers are at a high. I know what that's like. That's terrible. Nick Bosa, Rookie of the Year, Defensive Player, awesome. There's been so many players that have had ACL injuries. Saquon, Odell.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
I mean, baseball just finished.
Baseball just ended.
Dodgers
doesn't count, though. Doesn't count. So my theory behind this. Did I tell you my theory?
I don't
that if they would have played a whole 162-game season, as always, the Dodgers have went 4 in the last 5 years to World Series,
and they would have gone again.
And so they would have gone again for sure. They would. I'd put the same matchup: Tampa Bay and LA at the beginning of the season.
You'd put the same matchup. I don't think Tampa Bay.
I would have said the same matchup.
In 162 games, I don't think Tampa Bay would have made it.
It would be between Tampa Bay and New York for.
It would have been
AL.
New York for sure.
Well, they were sleepers. Judge was sleeping. Stanton was sleeping.
They weren't expecting it.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
But if they would have played the whole 162-game season, the Dodgers would have indeed gotten to the playoffs. So would the Rays and all the other powerhouse teams. Padres, I'm not sure about them. They were doing pretty good though.
I mean, the Padres were a powerhouse for a while.
Yeah.
They just need pitching.
So they would have made it, but they wouldn't have won the World Series because they have had pitching issues.
That's really it.
Jansen wasn't doing too hot. They had some injuries. And actually, if they would have still this season gone to a Game 7, they wouldn't have played for 2 weeks because Turner got COVID.
Yeah.
And then he had his whole thing. He got sued and fined because he was out there celebrating with the team with no mask, even though they had COVID. So.
Well, I mean, he already had COVID.
Weird world.
Going into the game, so taking him out in the middle of the game doesn't really eliminate that risk of exposure.
And I was wondering if that they knew he had COVID the whole game and waited until he was done.
Yeah, I don't know.
People were talking about that, and I kind of started looking at that. I was
sketch.
Yep.
It's all shady.
Yep. I mean, Dodgers probably wanted that World Series after they got screwed by the Astros, so.
I mean, the cheating Astros.
But
the Trastros.
The NBA is looking to delay the season due to COVID.
Isn't hockey doing the same?
Yep. NHL's doing the same thing because the NBA is supposed to start like this month because they always have the Christmas games and Thanksgiving games.
Yeah.
And we might not see that until January. Same thing with the NHL. My Canucks gonna have to wait.
In a way, that's gonna ruin even the following season.
Yeah, because everything's gonna get pushed back now, and the schedules aren't gonna be the same anymore. So I'm like, when the next generation of people come in, when our kids are this age, there's not gonna be like. Who knows if the college football playoffs actually going to be on New Year's?
Yeah.
Could be in March,
Who knows what's going to happen to the landscape of sports? Will we still have a March Madness?
March Madness got canceled last year. So will we have that now, or it's going to be what? Like
and speaking
May Madness?
And speaking of,
crazy.
California hasn't even started sports yet for high school, nor has Illinois.
Yeah, so our sports teams, we are looking to start volleyball in December, their first games, and then football is looking to start in January. But that's all based on COVID cases and
hopefully we have a season. To be honest
hopefully we'll have a season because there's seniors. Our quarterback Matt is a senior.
Gavin,
you're a senior. Gavin's a senior.
Yeah,
I'm a senior. I don't play, but I want to be there for my guys. Because like Gavin, who's played every year he can,
year that you could,
and Matt, who started last year and really looking forward to this year.
Yeah.
And the freshmen too want to get that first year of experience going.
Yeah, exactly.
It's gonna be
really
rough.
a bummer with everything that's going on.
Because it really sucked last year for the guys in baseball season, Marco and Hector and James.
Yeah, and ending the season, we only played like 2 games.
And you guys were going for a run. You guys were going on a run.
Mm-hmm.
The new coach,
second
JY.
undefeated team ever in ROC history.
Yeah. What you got? What 2-0, 3-0?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey.
The first team was Ultimate Frisbee.
All matters. It all matters. But beyond that, what day is today, Brady?
Today is Tuesday, November 3rd, which means tonight's a very important night.
Yeah, Mr. Joe Biden and Donald Trump. Trump's looking to go for a second term. Biden's looking to come in as the Democratic president.
Yeah, we'll see how tonight really shapes the next 4 years of our country more than ever before.
Maybe not even tonight. We don't know.
It could go on for a few weeks.
We just watched the Al Gore and Bush thing that happened in Florida. We could be looking at something like that again. Maybe not as severe, but
something crazy like that because of mail-in ballots. Oh yeah. Because of COVID restrictions, it's so much harder to get your vote in there.
Yeah. And then we don't even know if everyone who wanted to vote did vote, because the people who might have been scared of the virus were like, hey, we might not go out and vote, or that their ballots were stamped for the day after today, and they're not going to count. It's
a lot of crazy stuff. We would just like to say thank you for tuning in to our podcast. We still don't have a name for it, but don't worry.
Coming soon.
Coming very soon.
Very soon.
To a theater near you. Ain't that right?
AKA your laptop, because we're in California.
Hey, you never know. Some people have those movie theaters in their homes. Now that's the biggest flex I've ever seen. Ain't that right?
Cool, yeah. Did you know in the Tesla you can watch movies on the screen?
Of course you
can do that.
Can't you play video games on the Tesla screen?
Like video games, and you can watch YouTube and Netflix, and you can do Google searches.
So basically,
they could watch this video on their drive to school if they have a Tesla.
And then they wouldn't even need to drive anyways, since of the lane assist. Yeah, that'd be cool.
So for all you guys who have a self-driving car made by Elon Musk, watch this video on your YouTube while you're driving. Not driving.
I don't recommend that. Your passengers can watch it.
Your passengers can watch it. You should probably watch the road.
You should probably look at the road.
And if police happen to pull you over, just say that you're watching education video.
I don't think that'll work too well for you.
Yes, it will.
Okay, bud.
Do not guarantee.
No guarantees.
No guarantees.
Do not follow any advice from Connor. I highly recommend it.
All right, so thank you guys for watching. We will be back pretty soon with another podcast.
And with hopefully a name.
A name.
Thank you guys. Peace out.